friends. This morning I came across, something on the internet, and it was talking about how they had to set up a GoFundMe page for Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow. If y'all don't know Malcolm Jamal Warner, that's Theo from the Huxtables, okay? Yeah, and they were saying that they had to set up, a GoFundMe because of the legal issues that she's going through, with, I guess, his mom or her mother-in-law. And, it just made me think, well, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. This man had millions of dollars, I'm assuming, based on what I read. And no, I know you can't believe everything you hear and read on the internet, but it wasn't the first time I saw that, but it caught my attention this time. So I wanted to jump on here and just really, talk about it. It's just crazy how we spend so much of our times, thinking about building wealth and what financial freedom would look like and feel like and paying off debt. But how much time do we actually sit down and think about how we're going to protect that once we're no longer here? How are we going to make it easier for our loved ones? Because that's who is really for, those individuals we leave behind, once we're no longer here. Right? So first of all, I'm not an attorney or an estate planning attorney. I'm a certified financial coach. This is just my opinion on the matter. Don't take it as, strict financial advice. You can do with it. It's just my 2 cents. But yeah, man, I mean, it's like we do all this work, right? To do all the things right, but because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, our health may take a turn for the worse or the unexpected happen, how much time do we actually think about, hey, I need to do something about that, right? And this wasn't the first time this has happened to me. In my previous video where I talked about, how important our health is, it reminded me of my friend that had a health scare. It's been a couple weeks now, she's doing better. But I remember our conversation, I asked her, I said, hey, and do you have like your, power of attorney and your will and trust set up and stuff like that? And she told me while she was still in the hospital, I had to reach out to her friend. She has a friend that's a lawyer, and she had to reach out to her and be like, hey, I need you to help me get this set up. And I'm like, girl, we done had this conversation plenty of times about having stuff set up and stuff like that. But once again, it just goes back to when we talk about something, we know it's important, but we don't actually do it until we find ourselves in that situation. Or better yet, what if we're not, fortunate enough to even survive that situation? Then what's going to happen? Then what's next? Right? I just wanted to it just, drives home the fact of we need to protect what we're building, what we're fighting for, right? And it's not just, I'm not just saying this to y'all, it's for me too, right? After I read that, I'm like, wait a minute, because I have a trust, because of the fact that I have a special needs child, I have my estate planning documents in order, right? But or should I say set up, but it helped me to realize, wait a minute, Ann, when was the last time you reviewed it? Is it still up to date? Are your wishes still being carried out, that you, from when you first created the document? So I had to check myself and make sure that I go back and look at my own stuff. So yeah, man, I just think that this is one of those conversations that, it's not considered sexy, right? We don't like to think about stuff like that, but it needs to be talked about. It needs to be thought about because, yes, we're doing all these things where we can make a better life here and now. But if it's about legacy, especially like it is for me, like when I'm no longer here, you want to make sure that that's set up, that what you desire is in place. So I just had to come on here and talk about that with y'all. So I just want to ask, when was the last time that you checked your documents to make sure that they was in order? Or better yet, do you have anything set up, right? Do you have a will? Do you have, your powers of attorneys? It's not just about death. What if you become incapable of making decisions, right? Do you have that set up so that someone can step right in and take over for you? Right? Just, I just want to leave that with you guys. It's just, yes, continue your journey to financial freedom, whatever that journey looks like to you, going after your goals, but think long term. Think beyond yourself. What about those loved ones that you leave behind? Do you have something set up so that you can protect it? So, all right, with that, I'll holler at you guys in the next video.